This
is an ugly car.
is a 1998 Fiat Multipla.
Ever seen a car that makes you question everything you know about design? You know, the kind of that leaves you thinking, how did this even make it to this showroom floor? Well, today we are diving into the most bizarre, head-scratching car designs that look like they were sketched during a 5-minute coffee break. My name is Nikola and welcome back to AutoVibes. Let's jump right into these automotive oddities. Number 7. First up, Nissan Cube. I mean, let's get real. It's called the Cube for a reason. This car looks like someone just stacked a few cardboard boxes and slapped the wheels on it. It's got all the aerodynamics of a refrigerator. And its off-center rear window? Don't get me started, man. Was that supposed to be artistic? Modern? I'm not even sure, but the only thing it does is give me anxiety. The Cube is a boxy, awkward mess of a car, and it's as if designers just gave up on it and said, yeah, that will do. And let's not forget the interior. It's like a hipster's living room exploded inside. Number 6. Yeah, okay, you knew this one was coming. The Pontiac Aztek. This thing is like a fever dream that somehow made it to reality. I don't know. Who thought it was a good idea to make an SUV look like a failed attempt of a futuristic styling? It's an SUV, man. Part alien spaceship. The front end looks like it's trying too hard to be edgy, and the rest of the car just gives up. This car has been the butt of jokes for years and years, but let's be honest, it has a certain charm. It's like the awkward cousin at a family reunion you can't help but to love. Just don't invite it to your prom place. Number 5. One and only Fiat Multipla is a real what were they even thinking moment. I mean, look at it. It's got a strange blogging windshield and headlights combo that makes it look like a frog. Yeah, a frog on wheels. And don't even get me started on that extra row of headlights. What was the point of those? You could drive this thing through a car meet and people would just burst out laughing. The Multipla is like the awkward phase in your teenage years, but in a form of car. It's not just a car, it's a conversation starter.
Hey,
Hey. But a really weird one.
I drive a Multipla.
And don't forget, these beasts, someone had enough confidence to exist, and not just for a year or two, but for an entire generation. Kudos to Fiat for having a guts to keep it around. Maybe they thought it would grow on people. Spoiler alert, it did not. But hey, it's got room for 6 people, so if you want to haul a bunch of friends while looking like you just drove out of a cartoon, the Multipla is maybe your ride. Number 4. Now this one is interesting, for all wrong reasons. The Subaru Tribeca looks like someone squished the front end of a normal SUV and left it out in the sun for too long. The grille is this weird oval shape and the headlights look like they were trying to escape the body of the car. It's like the design team just throw random shapes together and call it a day. Honestly, I'm convinced they had a 5-minute meeting, shrugged and said, let's go with it. But yet somehow it's still out there. You can spot these things on the road and they never fail to elicit a chuckle. You got to admire the boldness though. It's like Subaru wanted to make sure everyone knew you were driving a Tribeca, whether you wanted to or not. Number 3. Okay, Toyota, I know you were going for futuristic with this, but it looks like someone forgot to finish the design. This thing is all kind of awkward. The front grille looks like a gaping mouth and the rear end, it's like designers just lost interest and decided to call it quits halfway through. It's got all the wrong angles and none of the right ones. You know, when they try too hard to be different and it's not working. Yeah, that's Mirai. And while we're on the topic, can we talk about the name? Mirai means future in Japanese, which is so ironic because I'm not sure anyone wants this future. It's like they looked into a crystal ball and came up with a design as a warning sign for what could happen if we don't stop overcomplicating our cars. Number 2. I will probably say it wrong, but SsangYong Rodius, I don't know, looks like 3 different cars all glued up together. Seriously, it's like someone couldn't decide if they wanted a minivan, an SUV or a station wagon, so they mashed all 3 into one Frankenstein of a vehicle. The proportions are so off that it hurts. The front looked like it belongs on a different car entirely, and the back, well, it's not winning any beauty contests either. The designers just ran out of ideas halfway through and said, let's slap a rear window on it and call it done. You gotta hand it to SsangYong though, they definitely took go big or go home to the whole new level. It's a car that tells the world, I can't decide what I want to be and I'm okay with that. Number 1. Oh god. Now, this might be controversial, but the Aston Martin Lagonda looks like it was designed by a kid with a ruler and a lot of spare time. At least that's what a lot of people say. I know it's classic, but come on man. This thing is a rectangle on a wheels. It's got sharp angles, flat surfaces, and no flow whatsoever. I get that it was supposed to be innovative, but there is a reason why most people look at it and say,
what is that thing?
It's the kind of design that sparks debates. Either you love it or you think it belongs in a museum of failed concepts. Either way, it's controversial and it's a conversation starter. And there you have it. Which one is your favorite? Or better yet, which one do you think is the worst? Drop a comment down below, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to AutoVibes for more wild automotive content. And until the next time, keep your eyes on the road and maybe off weird designs, please. I'm begging you. See?